Good afternoon, everybody. At the outset, I would like to thank the CSR Foundation, the NDLG, for giving me this opportunity. Friends, this session is specifically with the subject of formalizing the credit to the informal sector. I think this is a very, very important subject, and having spent my entire professional career, almost 30 years now, in the sector which we all know as the NBFC sector, non-banking finance companies. The basic mantra or the basic model of NBFCs has always been to fund the unfunded, to fund the unbanked or the underbanked segment of the society. People who tend to doubt this, I give you one straight example. Had NBFCs been funding to the same people whom banks were funding, do you think NBFC's balance sheet today would be around 40 lakh crores? It cannot be. It has only been possible because we have always funded the unfunded, funded the unbanked. As a privileged member of a task force set up by one of the leading chambers, we conducted a study and it was found that it was NBFCs who take the first credit call on any unbanked person, and that person then uses our track record and matures to become a bankable borrower. मीनिंग NBFCs एक कंड्यूट का काम भी करती हैं कि एक अनबैंकेबल बोरोअर को बैंकेबल बनाने का. और ये जो बात मैंने आपको कही, आई थॉट इट राइट टू पुट ऑन रिकॉर्ड what is RBI's definition of financial inclusion. RBI defines financial inclusion as a process of ensuring access to appropriate financial products and services by all sections of the society in general, and vulnerable groups such as weaker sections at an affordable cost in a fair and transparent manner by mainstream institutional players. So if we combine all these parameters, NBFCs make a perfect fit. There are four important pillars of financial inclusion. Obviously, a person who seeks a loan, अगर एक गरीब आदमी गांव में या any small time shopkeeper or a vendor or a hawker needs loan, he looks for four things. First of all, accessibility. Easily accessible होना चाहिए loan. Reliability, जिससे वो loan ले रहा है वो institution reliable होनी चाहिए. Third, affordability. Affordable होनी चाहिए. And fourth, transparency. Now, if you look at all these, while undoubtedly banks are the most reliable, they are the most affordable, but the question on accessibility has often been raised, and rightly so. So that is where NBFCs, on account of having a history of almost 100 years in this country, because if I cite some names like Muthoot's or the Manapurams or the Sundarams and Shrirams, they have been in business for more than 80, 90 and 100 years now. Having such a deep-rooted record and now a regulated history of 25 years. 97 was when RBI Act was amended. Today, NBFC regulations are almost at par with banks. So if you put all these parameters together, NBFCs play a perfect role in financial inclusion, in formalizing the credit. What do we mean by formalizing credit? It means a person who is forced to borrow from, जो हम कहते थे local महाजन्स या money lenders से पैसा लेते थे, उनको mainstream से जोड़ना. Mainstream, the moment they borrow from an institution, their track record is there in the system. We all know now we have credit bureaus like CIBIL, Equifax, etc. And once they have a track record, they can easily draw loan or credit from any institution. What is very important to understand is why NBFCs have played an important role. How have they been successful? I'm taking just a minute to explain. Because the relationship between a lender and a borrower has to go beyond this lender-borrower relationship. I think that is where banks, and rightly so, because of their vast structure and rigidity in the system, could not do so. I have n number of examples, personal experiences, where borrower ko pata hai, he knows that when he is borrowing from an NBFC, the rate of interest being charged is 1 to 2% higher than that of banks. But still he continues and he insists that he will borrow only from that particular NBFC. The reason being he knows कि उसके बुरे टाइम में NBFC will be there. We have had so many examples because we provide one window service. For example, if a person wants to buy a three-wheeler and run a three-wheeler to make his living, we go out of the way to guide him which brand to buy, कहाँ से खरीदना है, उसकी इंश्योरेंस करानी है, उसकी डाउन जब एक्सीडेंट होता है या कहीं पर ब्रेक डाउन होता है तो उसकी सर्विसिंग होनी है. All that is being taken care of. And he finds it easily to access the management, discuss his problems, and gain credit as per his needs. When I say this, one very, very important factor comes in, and that is where I will also draw a parallel to what is happening today. When we talk of inclusion, we are talking of people who are illiterate or who are at least their financial literacy is very low. So the basic criteria, and as was discussed by previous speakers also, सबसे बड़ी problem in borrowers के साथ ये होती है कि their cash flows are uncertain. Their cash flows are disturbed by any small reason. It could be a very big reason like the global pandemic of like COVID. It could be a very petty reason of somebody falling sick in the family. It could be a even small reason of the person having lost some of his assets, चोरी हो गई. So कुछ भी वजह हो जाती है, the cash flows are disturbed. So the system has to be flexible. We just cannot be rigid. And that is where I would also take this opportunity to say कि when people, and unfortunately with due respect, I see some seasoned economists advocate the idea that NBFCs should be regulated at par with banks. अगर हमने सबको बैंक ही बनाना है तो फिर हमने NBFCs को सिस्टम में रखा ही क्यों है? The basic idea is to maintain that flexibility. वो हमारे लिए नहीं है, वो borrower के लिए है. जिस borrower को हम cater करते हैं, his needs are flexible, his cash flows are flexible, his systems are flexible, his living is flexible. So if we make rigid parameters, वेस्टर्न पैरामीटर्स को अगर हम बोरो करके आंखें मूंद के इंप्लीमेंट करेंगे, आई एम सॉरी, दिस विल नॉट वर्क. एंड दैट इज वेयर अ सीरियस रीथिंक नीड्स टू बी डन. हैविंग सेड दिस, आई विल जस्ट फिनिश ऑफ विद साइटिंग सर्टन क्लासिक एग्जाम्पल्स. वी ऑल नो आज की डेट में तो बड़ा कॉमन हो गया है. यू कैन easily go and get finance for a used car or a used truck or a used three-wheeler. Have you ever thought about ये बिजनेस किसने स्टार्ट किया इंडिया में? NBFCs ने. गोल्ड लोन इंडिया में किसने स्टार्ट किया? NBFCs ने. सो ये बिजनेस मॉडल इनोवेशन की जो बात होती है वहाँ पर भी NBFCs ने ये सब दिखाया है. आई नो जब NCR रीजन में CNG मैंडेटरी किया गया था पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए, इट वॉज द NBFCs बिकॉज बैंक्स पीछे हट गए थे. आई वॉज पर्सनली अटैच्ड टू 2 or 3 NBFCs who took the credit call कि yes, we will fund the CNG buses with the risk कि कल को अगर breakdown हुआ, कुछ problem हुई, we never knew कि इस गाड़ी का क्या होने वाला है. So all those risks have been taken और तभी ये system चलता है. So all in all, I'll finish off by saying that formalizing the informal credit, lot of steps has been taken. Recognition has come from Government of India, from RBI, from World Bank. Currently I'm associated with World Bank. Last year World Bank ने Indian government को $750 million का लोन दिया है for funding MSMEs. और उसमें उन्होंने 3 pillars आइडेंटिफाई किए हैं, जिसमें से एक पिलर है funding of MSMEs by NBFCs. So the role of NBFCs in promoting financial inclusion is very, very important. Thank you.